Hey guys, time for another bot review. This time, Scaregant. This is basically my go-to bot when it comes to crowd diving, or rushing into enemy teams like a retard. I've built it specifically to do so. He is not meant to last in battle. He is meant to push through the enemy line, be it to hold the enemy team back, get the enemies that tend to hover in the back with low HP, or just spam the enemy group for damage. Keep in mind both the shield and the bind arm have 100 horsepower each. At the time of me posting this video, which may change after beta. But more important than having extra HP, which rounds it up to a sweet 780 horsepower, most shots absorbed by the shields won't stun you. Combined with Tough Runner, and 40 Tough and the Gape, makes you very hard to stun or stop while chasing. Mobility is fairly limited, but that is a price to pay for the maxed strength and tough, alongside some extra HP. Still tends to outpace most non-boost run builds that are on Arena. But it is something to take into consideration, especially when positioning before rushing in. Now, at Zero Tech, you are probably wondering how functional is the drum gun. Well, let me show you.
Yeah, I think I found a pen for that move. It's called the Flip Cheek Angel Arc Butt Backspread.
That was also a decent example of my usual tactic. Go to the back, harass the enemy heal group. It's usually sturdy enough to pierce right through the front line and just not give a fuck about anything. But yeah, as you can see, it's not amazing damage, but it's consistent. This is simply due to the fact that it's a double barrel gun, so effectively it's 5 force times 2, makes it great for quick, low HP kills, or even to remotely shred enemy shields before rushing in with melee. I can totally see a completely different build being built exclusively around this weapon. It is very, very decent. Now, onwards to melee. This is honestly the single reason why I did not make him a standard frontline land. Going in, taking its kills, and rushing back to heal. The melee has very good tracking, and locks enemies pretty well, but the last swing sends them to fuck off land. Allow me to demonstrate. So, I took another path with it. As you saw, it tracks and locks pretty damn well even without any sort of tunes, so I use it as a sort of enemy team jamming weapon, going into enemy crowds, and swinging them into my team, pushing enemy healers into combat and into my team, or just throwing enemy members around, pushing outs back, etc. It can still be used as a very good melee weapon, in certain circumstances, if you manage to corner an enemy, for example, especially with all the shielding.
I'm a master too, drinking ayahuasca brew. I'm flying past the moon, and now I'm activating all my low and higher chakras too. We're born into a lie and then expected to accept it. That's why I question everything, experiment and test it. People live so hopelessly dependent on the system, they do anything and everything to try to protect it.
You tend to have the upper hand most of the time, as it is very easy to stun lock enemies with it. In case you do not have Thuala legs, I would consider some bind legs. You're already packing a lot of shielding, might as well shield your dick too.
My dick gets bigger cause I'm a crazy.
And last but not least, the Gape. This pretty much saves you from shell damage harassment when rushing, not much else. You will still be damaged by most damage types, but it is still very useful when running. A proper shell-based Gatling can easily stop you on your tracks, even with boost running and guards, tough runner, and all that business. So I guess this pretty much sums it up when it comes to this build. Thank you for watching, and if you think there's anything I could do to optimize this build, within the concept in which I run it, please let me know in the comments. I plan on reviewing Natasha next, which is someone that if you got, it's fairly easy to tune and make viable on Arena, even for people who haven't played Cosmic Break before this beta. Leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. If you find that anything is wrong in this video, or feel like some of the information I'm providing is incorrect, please let me know in the comments. I will test it and correct it as soon as possible. See you soon.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!